In this video we are talking about Offensive Security Certified Professional, OSCP, penetration testing with Kali experience. This video intentionally left out the details about the lab environment, so I won't spoil the fun for anyone. We start with overview. OSCP's objective is to equip one with practical penetration testing experience by providing lab environment for students to go through the entire pen testing methodology like information gathering, enumeration, exploit and post-exploit. In order to be certified, one must complete the OSCP challenge with at least a score of 70 out of 100 within 24 hours, then submit a pen test report of the challenge within 24 hours after the challenge ended. Let's discuss about syllabus. The course started off with basic Linux system administration and scripting to let students be familiar with the Kali environment. From there, it covered topics and techniques pertaining to a typical pen testing methodology such as information gathering like Nmap, Google hacking, etc., enumeration like DNS, SMB, SNMP, etc., exploit and post-exploit like client-side attack, tunneling, privilege escalation, hash dumping and cracking. This is not a full representation of the course. The most interesting thing about the course was the exploit development on both Windows and Linux operating systems, with DEP, NX, ASLR disabled, so you would learn about how to control a program's control flow via buffer overflow and overwriting the return pointer on the stack. Once you are done with the course materials, videos, PDF, lab exercises, you can knock yourself out with the machines in the lab environment, which is actually the best part of the course. I would encourage you to document your lab exercises, because it would be good for revision, future reference, and OSCP might give out bonus points for exam if you submitted it to them. Let's discuss about lab environment. Almost every machine in the lab environment is set up in a way to teach you something different. If you get them, it's as easy as ABC, else you could be spending hours scratching your head and wondering what went wrong. Most of the time it's probably due to incomplete enumeration, and it's really hard to get that because you don't know what you don't know, hence the frustration to keep trying till you get it somehow. Though you could contact the instructors via IRC for help, more often than not, they would only give you very vague hints or the renowned try harder, so you would still need to sort out the issue yourself. So when you are ready to take the OSCP challenge, exam, there is really no hard and fast rule for this one. You could compromise as little as 20 machines, or even the entire lab environment. However, the most important thing is to develop your own pen testing methodology and processes while compromising the machines. When you feel confident of your methodology, it's time to book the exam. Initially I signed up for 90 days lab access because it's cost effective. However, I booked my exam on the 60th day after gaining full access to over 30 machines, because I wanted to get the feel of the exam so I would know where I stand. Furthermore, the cost to retake the exam is only $60 USD unlike other certifications, and I would still have some lab time to practice. During the 5 days before the exam, I completed the pen test report for machines, which I have routed to revise. Like what I have mentioned above, OSCP might give additional points for exam if I turned out to be a borderline case. Let's discuss about exam. OSCP give exactly 23 hours and 45 minutes to compromise the machines assigned and another 24 hours to submit the pen test report. I gained 90 out of 100 points after 10 hours and decided it's enough and proceeded with the report. I submitted everything to OSCP after 12 hours. Let's discuss about some tips. Before the exam, get your lab exercises report and lab environment pen test report ready. You probably won't want to do them after the exam because you would be so exhausted after the exam and they require a lot of effort to put together. Apart from that, I have developed a list of questions to guide me during the exam, and I strongly encourage you to do so too because it's easy to be tunnel vision or frustrated if things don't go well. Some questions that I asked myself during the exam. 1. Which vulnerability allows me to place my code on the system? 2. Which vulnerability allows me to execute my code on the system? 3. Why didn't my exploit work? Is there any error message? Is it due to firewall, permission, antivirus, or incorrect version? 4. How to achieve privilege escalation. Check OS, kernel, application, misconfigured system files link sudo, shadow, writable sudo etc., guessable username password etc. Another extremely important thing is not to be hyper-focus on one machine. The strategy is always to grab all low-hanging fruits first. What I did was to set a time limit for each machine and move on when the time was up. Besides that, pace yourself and plan for breaks. After gaining full privilege for each machines, I would take a 15 minutes break. After my third machine, I had lunch while watching the TV for 30 minutes. The breaks definitely helped to maintain sharpness of my mind and gave me chances to flush out old ideas and see things from other angles. OSCP versus other security certifications. As I have taken CompTIA security and looked at other certifications like CEH, GPEN, CISSP, I would say no other certification could give me so much fun, enlightenment, frustration as OSCP because of the lab environment factor. Security Plus, CEH would be good for someone who is new to the field of information security because they cover a broad spectrum of security concepts and jargons, but nothing beyond that. CISSP is a management certificate, so I don't see any value taking it now. GPEN is too costly for me. Furthermore, the materials covered are pretty basic, considering my formal information security education like polytechnic, undergraduate, and postgraduate. OSCP syllabus is not considered advanced by my standard, since I already know the stuff from my polytechnic days, so the value of it really comes from the lab environment, which gave me the opportunities to practice and apply my knowledge. Who should take it? I think anyone who is serious about pursuing pen testing as a career should take it simply because OSCP requires one to be able to perform actual field work instead of just regurgitating security terms in a MCQ exam. On top of that, OSCP forces one to perform each process manually because in the exam, Metasploit usage is restricted and automated tools, VAPT, are banned. Thus it is critical to understand the entire pen testing methodology and processes in order to pass. This is really great, because many security professionals relied on automated tools so much that made them forget about the fundamentals. Also, for those who have years of knowledge and experience in pen testing, do note that OSCP is geared towards familiarizing pen testing processes instead of advanced exploitation techniques. Thus, if you are looking for extra fun and pain, you should check out OSCE. So that's all about offensive security certified professional experience. Please share and subscribe to the channel for more updates.